in like my acting class.
As you're walking down the street, shopping in a grocery store, or watching a ball game, have you ever noticed how many people are using their cell phones? This may not be put too much attention on because cell phones have just become a modern day society in which we live in. It has made a substantial mark on the older population's lives as well as the younger. You will see everyone usually talking or texting away on it. They have made that big of an impact. According to exploration done by CNR Research, 22% of young children own a cell phone ages 6 to 9, 60% of tweens aged 10 to 14, and 84% of teens 15 to 18. Today I'm here to tell you the 3 reasons why cell phones negatively affect children. My 3 reasons are: first, cell phones increase poor grammar and writing skills. Second, cell phones lack face-to-face relationships. And third, cell phones introduce a world of sexual predators and bullies. I first want to start off with the reasons why cell phones increase poor grammar and writing skills. According to a critic from a TechNation website, she said that the type of communication through cell phones is destroying the way our kids read, think, and write. She believes this because it doesn't allow children to critically think or analyze anymore. Teachers are noticing that kids cannot write as well as they used to. Punctuation is a huge problem as well. Texting is a growing language that has come over our society and is really, really addictive. I can also relate to this because using the texting lingo is not hard to escape. Susanna Kelly wrote in an article on the Globe and Mail website that said professors were saying that texting is contributing to students' poor grammar and writing skills. Along with other sources of technology, cell phone is one of the biggest sources being blamed for the high number of post-secondary students who are failing classes. Many students aren't even able to pass a simple test and have many problems with verb tenses, prepositions, and articles. It is said that 1 in 10 students are not qualified to take a mandatory writing test after graduation. That number is way too high. People should not have this big a problem with writing. If we're already having this problem with high school and college age students, what makes society think that this won't get worse in time as kids begin to text more and more? Now that I've talked about the reasons why cell phone increases poor grammar and writing skills, I want to move to my second point, and that is that cell phones create a lack of face-to-face relationships. In the article, The Cell Phone as an Agent of Social Change, it is said that cell phones are an easy way out of tough situations or confrontations. People don't want to talk directly face-to-face with anyone anymore because they're trying to avoid it, but they don't realize that you can't discuss or work out a problem over a phone. The problems that arise are usually because of misunderstandings through emotions and the expressions being portrayed through the phrases and abbreviations through texting. Another interview with a girl from a Cyber Society book said that she was way more comfortable talking about her feelings and whatnot and expressing her opinions through chat rooms rather than in face-to-face or in classrooms. This is relevant because chat rooms can be accessed through phones now with internet. It's really scary to think that children are being introduced to chat rooms through their phones that they're using. And the scary part about this is that phones are basically a computer too, letting children access just about anything. Now that I've discussed the lack of face-to-face relationships that cell phones can bring about, I want to talk about my last point, which is my third point. That cell phones introduce a new world of bullies and sexual predators. An article on Center Media on child health said that another reason phones shouldn't be introduced to just a young age as we have now is that the communication through text messaging is one of the biggest ways bullies attack their victims. One online article that I found from this website said that texting is one of the most accessible ways that bullies are beginning to attack their victims. That is very scary to think that cell phones could be in the hands of kids at such a young age, but they're not even aware of the bullies that can be brought about. They're not going to know what to do if a bully attacks them and how to get out of that situation as well. According to SMS Danger's Mobile Spy, children and parents should be also aware of the sexual predators out there. Sexual predators are very common and are known for stealing people's identity or getting more information out of them and then meeting them somewhere. Children shouldn't be allowed to have these phones because of the sexual predators out there. The younger society is very naive and they might not be mature enough to realize what is actually happening and the dangers that are happening with these sexual predators and what they really want. and the consequences that follow may haunt them for the rest of their lives. Today I have talked about the negative effects that cell phones have on children. 1. Cell phones increase poor grammar and writing skills. They create a lack of face-to-face relationships, and cell phones introduce a world of bullies and sexual predators. So the next time you're walking down the street, take a look at kids on their cell phones and be the one to help them remain in touch with our world and not their cyber world.